Welcome back to the Full Court Press. Eric Franson there. I'm Ajay Salveson here on 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan, 106.9thefan.com, and of course on our free mobile app, 106.9 The Fan. Eric, we're in the thick of football season. Very exciting football season. Big game Saturday night. But we got some good things going on the hardwood as well here inside the Spectrum.
It's never too early to talk hoops.
No, not with back-to-back Mountain West Conference Championship appearances and one of their most lethal scorers in Brock Miller, who joins us here on the Full Court Press. Brock, how are you?
Thank you for having me on. I'm excited to be here. You guys doing well?
We're doing good.
We're doing all right.
We're doing good.
I think we're doing all right. Hey, before we get into the reason why we're actually having you on the show, I do want to ask you about the basketball team, just how things are going. How's the team looking in your opinion? And also, how are you feeling health-wise?
Good questions. We're looking good as a basketball team. We're coming together. We've had some good practices with even the limited time that we're able to have right now until September 28th. It's been really exciting, with these new pieces. It's a whole new team and obviously a whole new coaching staff, and they've all been great. And I think it's going to be another special year for us. We're going to surprise a lot of people. My health is good. I'm back to playing 5-on-5, doing everything that, I need to do in order to be ready to go for the season. But my back should be good. I took the time that I needed off and did everything I needed to as far as rehab went in order to get back on the court. So I've taken care of that business, and I should be ready to roll.
Brock, last year compared to the year before, your field goal percentage was up, your scoring was up slightly, your three-point percentage was up. I mean, you were making strides to be a more important piece of what Utah State was trying to do offensively and defensively. How do you evolve and continue that progression coming into this upcoming season?
Well, just being here in my experience alone will, allow me to kind of step into more of a leadership role more than I have been, especially last year. And, the team's going to need me to be able to be productive on both ends of the court. So, just having that in mind. And the most important thing, obviously, is winning a championship, and not only doing that, but going to March Madness and winning that first game will be important. So, with that in mind, I mean, gotta keep getting better every day, because if we each individually get better, our whole team gets better. So, that's kind of the focus, and that's kind of where my mind is at going into this season.
And then just as a follow-up to that, just new coaching staff. Coach Odom, he's got a bunch of new coaches with him, new philosophy, new way of doing things. Before I ask you about your opinions of them and how that transition is working out, how have they talked to you about your role in their new offense and their new defense?
Yeah, we've had some good talks, Coach Odom and I. He's very aware of my back situation from last year, and it was really cool of how supporting he was and allowing me to take time to get healthy, and how willing he is, to allow me to come back and play, and that he wants me back. And, it gives me confidence to, get healthy and get back right and have a good year. And so, I've gotten along really well with this new coaching staff. They're going to be great for us. And I'm really looking forward to what they have. It's going to be a whole new style of play compared to what you guys saw last year, and it'll be fun to watch.
And I don't want to get you in trouble, so only say what you feel comfortable in talking about. But when you mention your back, can you tell us exactly what was going on?
Yeah. So with my back, I don't want to get too specific.
No, by all means, yeah.
But let's just say that I was probably playing at about 30 to 40% capacity the last 2 months of the season. Right at that Boise State series to the end, and I had some discs and other bone issues in my back that I was dealing with. But luckily, meeting with a spine specialist and having access to the facilities and the trainers, I've been able to get healthy again, and it's something that, I'm going to be able to maintain. I'm not jeopardizing the rest of my life for coming back, which is a big reason why I'm coming back and playing, because I can. And so, yeah, I was dealing with a lot that a lot of people may not have been aware about. But luckily, I've had time to be able to get healthy. And in fact, the first time I played 5-on-5 was about 2.5 weeks ago since the Texas Tech game. So I've really been able to have time to get healthy, and I'm feeling good now being back.
Brock, who originally recruited you to Utah State?
Stu Morrill. And Chris Jones was the main coach that did all the recruiting for me.
You know, when that's a long span of time that's passed, and different coaches that have changed since you were originally recruited. What's that journey been like, just seeing things change so much during your college basketball career?
I mean, it makes me feel old. I mean, I was Stu Morrill's last commit before he retired.
Oh, wow.
And then he left while I was on my mission, and Duryea obviously was here. I was with him for a year, then Smith for 3, and now Odom. It's been crazy, actually, to think about how long I've been around, even though I've only played really three full seasons. And last year wasn't even really like a full season because of COVID. But it's been a unique journey. I've had a lot of opportunity to learn from a lot of great coaches. And I think it's not only on the court has it helped me, but I think in my life it's going to help me even more, just learning from these guys. I've worked with some great people and not only great head coaches, but their staff. I've been very fortunate, and I've enjoyed the journey a lot. A lot of people can look at it as a negative way, not being able to stay put with one coaching staff and people that know you. But I've looked at it as a positive thing, being able to learn and take in everything that each coach has brought to the table.
I don't mean to age you anymore, but you talked about how Chris Jones was the main guy who recruited you. How weird is it now that you're actually playing with his son, who's like a junior in college?
Yeah, I still remember watching him when he was in like 5th grade, and when Jonesy was starting to recruit me a little bit, and it's crazy now that we're teammates with Ryland. I mean, it's pretty cool to see, it's been remarkable, to think about the time span that's taken place here. Ajay, that question made me feel really old, not gonna lie. But, no, it's cool. I love the Jones family too. They're so great, and Ryland's a phenomenal player, and I'm really excited to play with him.
We're talking to Brock Miller, shooting guard for Utah State University and the men's basketball team. Camp's got to be starting here pretty soon, as the season's going to be happening not that far away. But Brock, you talked about unique experiences with changes of coaching staffs, and then there's another change here with this new coaching staff with Coach Odom. But you've had your handful of personal unique experiences just with your just what you've gone through with in your life, just with alopecia, and how you're using that to really help other kids. Who, for some, look, I get it. That would be a real challenge to go through when you're a kid, losing all your hair, and other kids probably don't understand what's going on and could be the subject of bullying. But you're taking an approach to really help these kids, give them unique experiences and awesome opportunities that most other kids wouldn't have. Just kind of walk this through what you're doing to kind of reach out to kids that are going through some things that you went through as a kid.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, alopecia is a disease that I have. It's an autoimmune disease, and it just basically means I can't grow hair anywhere on my body. There's different stages to it. And so anyway, I've dealt with that. I started losing my hair when I was 8, and, from that time until now, I've gone through a lot of experiences, and middle school was a tough stage for me, kind of my teenage years. And so, basketball was a great outlet for me and helping me in my life. And, I've had a lot of opportunities to reach out and talk to people because, playing for the Aggies, we've had a lot of games on TV, and people have been watching, and people have reached out to me about, their children having it or even themselves having it. And I've had unique opportunities to have a couple of them up to games, and I've had lunch with a couple of them, and So with kind of all these experiences and stuff, I felt the need to start a page on social media to connect more people. And so I have a page. It's called Alopecia Family, Alopecia_family. I'm sorry. And I've had great people reach out and share their experiences. And kind of the goal of this is to use the unique opportunity that I have in playing college basketball to help use it in the positive way to help people that are going through similar situations that I've gone through. And the social media page is taken off pretty well in the first week or so, and people see it as a real positive thing, and I've been able to already connect people with other people that have it, and it's been really helpful. And I think in today's age, in today's world, social media is such a big thing, and kids' confidence and stuff can be destroyed through a simple comment or anything. And bullying happens more often now than it has before. And so, I feel the need and the importance of being able to provide a support group for people that that have it around the valley, in the state, and in the country, and worldwide. So that's kind of the goal. So the initiative that I started is this page, Alopecia_family, with the hashtag We Are Alopecia, and it's been really positive so far.
Brock, I want to ask you, the challenges for kids and you guys to have alopecia. What is I don't know how to phrase this, but what is the greatest reward that you've learned from having alopecia?
It's taught me how to build my confidence from the inside out instead of the outside and in. That's the biggest takeaway I've had in my life. And I wouldn't take away any of the experiences that I've had in my life for anything, because I've learned so much from going through those things in my life. And that's the biggest takeaway, and that's what I tell these kids and these families that, reach out is, you have a unique opportunity to really figure out who you are and build yourself from the inside out. And when you're able to do that, the negative things of the world, negative people around you, negative, people that may want to criticize you for something, that stuff doesn't bother you once you gain that confidence from the inside out. And I was able to learn that through my experiences. So, my life, looking back at it in simple terms, I know how confident I am from the inside out, and my confidence never has come from the outside and in.
Charlie Villanueva in the NBA, he had alopecia. There was an athlete that would compete on America's Ninja Warrior. I loved watching that show with my kids. He had alopecia. So there are a few people that have been able to perform at a high level and get some national attention. But still, it seems like it's not very well known, even at that level. And so this is really cool what you're doing to connect with people and bring more awareness to it. And I guess just my question for you is, do you... I guess, what are your plans? I know you've established this website, and social media page, but what are your plans kind of moving forward to actively kind of connect with others, especially youth, that are going through this?
Well, first of all, obviously, building the page, creating awareness, like you said, is the first step. And the second step, I have a couple of people around the state of Utah put together a little team of, like 4 or 5 of us, that'll kind of run these pages and kind of like a board in a way. And the goal will be not only to connect these families and these kids and these people, but it'll also be to do events, bring people together in person, and if not, online through chatting, to be able to create that awareness, because a lot of people that I've already talked to as well, it's so new to them. And like you said, there is good awareness, and people like Charlie and that guy, Ninja Warrior, and other people have done a phenomenal job. But even then, it's just still it's not very common, and a common disease and autoimmune. So it's important to be able to, bring people together. And, my goal right now, build a page, do events, and build a team to where now it's not just me, reaching out to people, but now we have other people reaching out to other people and have each person kind of be, their influence, because everyone goes through different experiences with it. Somebody may benefit better from somebody else's experience rather than mine. So the ultimate goal is to where all these people that have had alopecia, contribute to building an alopecia family, and that we all help each other out and share those experiences together.
Hey, Brock, do you know how many people have alopecia? And do you know of anybody personally, like maybe within your social group or your friend network that has alopecia that you've been able to connect with and help build this group as well?
Yes, I have. Ryan Corbett, he's
the equipment manager.
He's on the staff now. He was a manager for a while. Now he's on the coaching staff here at Utah State. And, he has alopecia, and we've been really close ever since, I've been up here at Utah State, and he's helped a lot, with the page. And a lot of people that I've met around, the Valley, I've actually met quite a bit of people just from this. And then a lot of people down in Salt Lake, too, have reached out and have contributed in a major way that I've gotten to know. So, yeah, there's a lot more people than just me that, want to do this. So it's kind of me. I just kind of want to be that middleman that provides a platform so that all these people can kind of come together and help each other out.
Right. I got to ask you, Brock, how soaked is your headband at the end of a game? Do you swap one out at halftime with all the sweat coming off and you don't have hair on the top of your head like most of us would have to kind of filter some of that out? So what's that like for you wearing those headbands and dealing with sweat?
That's a nasty question, Eric.
I was saying the same thing to myself.
It's disgusting. It gets really
just have to wring that thing out when you're done.
And it's funny because a lot of kids will want my headband, and I'm like, trust me, man, you really don't. But one time I did give one away, and I have on occasion, the ones that I buy, not what the school provides. I give away the ones that I get myself, so that I can kind of give them away. And I've given away a couple of times, and I've come out of the tunnel to do media. They're wearing it, and I'm just like kind of grossed out. But hey, fans love it. So if that's something you're interested in, I definitely am willing to give you my headband if you really want it.
It's Brock Miller, shooting guard for the Utah State Aggies. I guess I don't know if they want to call him a super senior or a senior on the team, but he's been one of the vocal leaders, and I know Coach Odom has a lot of respect for Brock. Brock, how can people, again, please tell us, how can people, again, reach out to the Alopecia Family page? Where can they find it, and what can they do to help build the family?
Yeah, thank you. So if everyone, that can hear this can go to Instagram, that's where the page is right now. It's called Alopecia, ALOPECIA _family. Search that, and you'll be able to find it. You'll see there are experiences of people and videos on there, so you'll be able to know that it's the right page. So go ahead and just follow that. And if you can share it with whoever you know, just to create awareness, that would be very helpful. Even if you don't have alopecia, or even if you don't know somebody with alopecia, just spreading the word will be really helpful. Because quick little story. Sorry, I'm long-winded sometimes.
No, you're good.
No, you're great.
I met with a kid who had met somebody with alopecia similar to kind of he has for years, and so it's important that we can promote this and spread the word so that these people that seek for help can find it really easily. So yeah, just follow that page on Instagram, share it with everyone for now, and then we'll be doing Facebook and other social media platforms too to come, but for now it's just Instagram.
Well, we're very happy for you, Brock. We know you're going to do great things with this. You already have been doing great things with it. Go to Instagram. Go find his Alopecia family page. Again, it is Alopecia, ALOPECIA_family, FAMILY. And be a part of this Alopecia family. Be a part of this great cause. Brock, so happy for you. So excited to see where it goes. Thank you so much for your time.
And glad your back's feeling better.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Go Aggies. I'm excited for this year.
All right.